Okay, the first thing with the slap is the point of contact that I'm landing with. Once I know that, like with the knuckle, the point on the knuckle, then I can build that from that. When I'm landing with the slap, I'm not landing with the fingers. The point of contact is the end of the hand here. Now, the reason for that is if I hit with the fingers, they give. And say if I hit the hand here, there's not enough force in these hands, in these fingers to penetrate in, and they'll give and I'll wipe off. So I'm aiming with the end of the hand here is the end of the whip. The fingers will still hit, but it's the meat of the hand here that puts the force in, and the rest of the palm obviously. Like it's the same principles with the punching. We've got the light snap, and I'm just snapping back, deep, where I'm snapping in, and I'm ripping through with the 45 degrees, so I can snap in and out. With Salvo's slap, it tends to be like a gross motor slap, which is just like a real basic with no sort of snap on the end. And you do get a snap anyway when you put power into it, and it's the concussiveness of the hand, the open hand particularly, can make a big difference when it comes to knocking somebody out and shaking the brain. It was very high percentage of knockouts when I spoke to a lot of doormen compared with the punching. So it's basically a whipping motion. Like the thing is with a hammer fist, if I'm hitting with a hammer fist, I've got to bring my elbow right in to land with the pad here. If there's not any room to come in, then I'm going to be hitting here, which is on the smaller bones, and you have to basically tense your hand when you hit with the hammer fist, because otherwise you get bone squash. So with the open hand I can hit, and even if I'm snapping in and there's not much room, I can snap in. So I can snap in. The deeper one I'm snapping through, just like when I'm punching through, like you'd throw a hard punch, that same snap that you feel, you're translating that to feel that in your whole palm as you hit. And like same with think about the jab, where you're hitting on the hand and slap, and think about that jabbing, the light jab, snap. And then, because even a light snap on the side of the face, you go in half an inch and there's a lot of concussion there. So the most powerful way is the rip coming across, and it's no different. All I'm doing is I'm whipping across here, and I'm stopping in a position where this hand is right back, ready to slap, back, back. And with the hand forward like this, I can use this hand, say I've slapped here, and because I'm ripping off, I'm going to be back over here. I can then use this hand to grab their hand or their arm, because as I throw this arm shoots back faster than I can throw this out. It'll also pull an arm out of the way or jerk them forward to give me more target with the other slap, because sometimes they cover up, but really even if they're covered up with the slap or the palm heel, you can hit their arms or their hands, wherever they put there's always a space. You just can't cover the whole part of your head. So if you're attacking all out, and salvo slap is this slapping is probably one of the best things for like a real basic self-defense, because it just overwhelms people when they're not used to it. But it can be even if you are used to it, it can be very effective, particularly to the head, because it really shakes the brain. I've had a slap off salvo, and it's like you get a line of pain sort of coming down. If people aren't used to it, you'll get a sort of more significant reaction. But sometimes the thing is with pain is some people won't react to pain, and if you slap any part of the body, it might be painful for them, but it doesn't mean they react. I could take a slap anywhere on the body and not react, just because it's like condition yourself. Whereas at first, when I wasn't used to it, I'd be like, oh my god, that really hurts. But you see a lot of people using people that really react a lot more. But you can see with salvo stuff, you know, it really does. And even if you knew it was coming, and like me, if I was prepared, you land a slap on my head and that's going to concuss me really bad. And if there's another one coming right after that, what am I going to do? You know, regardless of what I've got to do, if you attack me first and you're hitting me, then I'm not doing anything back. And it's so simple. So let's have a little look. Palm heels. So now the beautiful thing about the palm heel, and this is where I'm hitting with the palm heel, if I look down my arm here, and I want to make a look for the middle of this arm. Now it's usually, if you look where the line is the arm, I'm just coming out slightly there, just to the outside of the hand, and that's where I imagine a knuckle is. Like when you're punching, you know where you land, the inside of the outside, that's where the knuckle is with the palm heel. Now this is really hard. I filled this with silicone, so I can slap it, but I'll have to put gloves on the opposite way because the impact on this is just crazy with a slap. Same with the water bags, but the good thing is you can train stuff. I can train this light and still feel that bit at the end. That's the important bit, because if you know that, then you can just get into a position really a lot quicker, and you're just delivering that, or the deeper one, or the ripping through. So the palm heel, now the beautiful thing about this is if I'm really close, then literally I'm just coming up, and so if I snap, and what tends to be nice is if I palm here, heel, then the palm heels are up, hooks are horizontal. So if I palm here and I come off, then I'm coming back with a hook, because if I hit them there, they're probably gonna, if they don't drop down, they're gonna move back, and this reaches out further, and I can come back with this, so I can palm heel there, and then I'm palm heeling with the hook, and it's the same part just outside the palm. So the palm heel position is more like, just like the kinetic punch position, lined up. It's just that you're taking the wrist and the fingers and that out of the way. So it's a much closer range, you get more power, definitely. Now even if I'm here and all I'm doing is just bring my hand up, then the hook, I'm doing a bit of Elvis with my legs, just dropping on the heel. I can hook in there with loads of power, just dropping in, because I'm actually cocked there from a driving position. But a lot of the time people are trained to hit at a longer distance, like punching at a longer range, and when they're closer they automatically think that they're going to pull back to get power. That's only if you're using your muscles, using your tendons. And the snap, you don't need that, because once you know what's at the end, you know exactly how much power you need to put in at the end to get that effect. And it's the same principles across the board. If you can do the snaps in the normal punch like you do, you can do the snaps in the kinetic punch, or the slap, or the palm heel. It's just the same principles. Or the kick, elbow, knee. So yeah, so same with the palm heels. I can snap, palm hook, I can snap in, snap, snap back. You can do a lot of fast shots like this. You can also just come over, and instead of me slapping, I'm palm heeling. The palm heel has got a lot more power. The slap is a lot more concussive, but the palm heel really steps up in power compared with the slap. But it's hard to measure the concussiveness. The box I hit doesn't measure concussiveness, and I know the slap hurts a lot more than it's registering. So, okay. So let's, I'll stick some gloves on. So these mitts, excellent for conditioning your knuckles and your hands, and what I do is just put them on the opposite way. When you're hitting hard stuff with a lot of impact, if you really want to hit hard, then man, you really have to condition your hands with the slap, because just because